Midlife Synthesist. Let's get started. Hi guys, it's really nice to have you back. It's been quite a while since we've seen each other, and that's mostly because of the things that you see on this screen. These have been taking up a lot of my time, and between learning the Fantom, learning the Dirty Wave M8, and playing Elden Ring, well, it's been pretty hard. But I'm glad to be back, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about presets. So you may have seen this as well lots of times in forums or in comment sections, often used as a derogatory way of describing someone's music, implying lack of skill. In some circles, it is the highest offense one can bestow upon another, as a way of saying this or that musician is just a hack, unworthy of the synth he owns. I bet this dude only uses presets. Well, in this video, I want to defend the noble preset and the people who use them, and also share with you the ways that I've utilized them to become a better synthesist and, I hope, a better musician. So for some people, preset represents the bastardization of music production and are widely blamed for the current state of modern music, where a main complaint is that everyone sounds the same these days. And why wouldn't they? They're all using the same presets. For some synth purists, and especially for people into modular, the preset stands against the very nature of the art of sound design, where ingenuity, exploration, and creativity, as well as actually knowing what the hell you're doing, reward you with sounds that the human ear has never heard before. But all that being said, presets are an incredibly valuable asset, and you shouldn't be afraid to exploit them, and I'll give you a few reasons why. The first and probably the most important reason that presets are not the devil is this. We've been using presets for years. The piano, that's a preset. If I played an acoustic guitar right now, that's also a preset. Once again, these are sounds that have been around for ages and that your ear is familiar with. And that actually makes your job as a musician much easier because the sound is easily relatable and it feels just natural to your ear. And after all, music is supposed to make you feel something. So having something in a song that is immediately familiar will help your audience connect faster with the sentiment that you're trying to transmit with it. So that's why pianos, guitars, basses, hell, even drums, they never get old because they're sounds that you've listened to all your life. Another reason why presets are extremely important is that they're also great beginner tools. In some synths like the Polybrute, you can use the preset to better understand all the modulations and tiny workings inside the patch to retro-engineer the patch until you start learning how they actually work and you can start making your own. One of the best ways to learn synthesis and a synthesizer as well is to grab a preset that you like and start picking apart the different parameters that make it sound the way it does. This exercise not only forces you to train your ear, but you also start figuring out the pathways you need to get a certain texture or movement in sounds. Another reason that I think that presets should not be frowned upon is that some people just want to have fun with the sounds that come with the synth and are not necessarily that into sound design. Not all musicians are sound designers, and not all sound designers are musicians. That's fine. Especially for synths as complex as the Polybrute or something like the Fantom, presets are a great way of showcasing a range of what these things can actually do, and they give you an idea of what you can achieve with these machines. The Fantom has loads of presets, and each preset is just stock full of layers of different synths, samples, and engines that go each on top of each other. So the possibilities here are mind-boggling. And there's something that the Fantom has made me realize is that usually on YouTube we talk a lot about how synths sound and we don't usually put that into context. And what I mean by that is that the patch that you're using will greatly modify the effect, the feeling of the music that you're playing. So instead of focusing on what it does and the technicalities, which I'm sure we'll get into in another video, I just wanted to show you the profound effect that different presets can have on basically the same music that you're playing, both in the way it feels and also in the way that it makes you want to improvise. Now, be warned, I am not a professional piano player, not a very talented synth player either. I just like to have fun, and I hope you have fun with me. So here we go. So this is a tune that I've been playing around with a bit. So with the piano and this little choir behind it, it has this very familiar, very nostalgic feel. So what if we change up the preset and give it something a bit more aggressive? And here the Fantom has this wonderful sound, which On the Fantom it's called Dark Edge, but to me this is the Gtdandy sound. If you don't know who Gtdandy is, look him up on YouTube. Amazing musician, amazing synthesist. He makes all Roland gear sound just amazing. And this is a patch that reminds me a lot of him. Immediately it sounds a lot harsher, more urgent, sounds more aggressive. It sounds more ominous, more epic, and it's basically the same tune. And what's really cool about that is that my hands start going elsewhere for this. So where in the piano it was more of a mellow melody, this thing makes me want to up the tempo and start maybe playing around with my left hand a bit. By the way, if you're enjoying this content at all, I'd really appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up or tell me in the comments if this just blows and you never want to see this again. It's all good. If you want to help support the channel in any way, I would really appreciate it if when you're going to buy gear, you use my affiliate links, or maybe join us on the Patreon where there's an awesome community forming on the Discord server. And huge shout out to my Patrons. You guys are inspiring, you make me laugh, you guys are just great friends, and I appreciate every one of you. If you notice on this patch, it's very velocity sensitive, so the pluckiness can be really soft or it can be very harsh. So with that punchiness, it also modifies the way that I play it because I'm much more focused on how hard I'm hitting the keys. What's really cool about this is that the actual patch is making me want to do something else and take the song elsewhere. So instead of just going back into the loop, let's maybe go for another chord progression. Okay, that's right. Another one. This is a very Michael Jackson-y Man in the Mirror patch, isn't it? Just like, I have to Google this. See the kids in the street when I do it. Sorry about that. Huge Michael geek. Moving on. Probably one of my favorite sounds on any synth is this kind of Rhodesy electric piano. So at least to me, this makes me want to go in a different direction than that harsher tone we had earlier. Makes the melody feel less urgent and more mellow. It has this kind of dreamy feel to it now. Once again, this last preset versus the other feels a lot more familiar, so it's easier to get into. The other one takes a while longer, I feel. So in this last one, it's called Tech House. By just changing to this pumping, rising kind of preset, the whole song changes. My playing has to adapt to this. It's much more forgiving. I don't know if you can see the smile on my face. This is pretty much my Fantom face. So anyway, I could go on for hours like this, so I'm not sure how entertaining this is for you guys, but this was a blast for me. Please let me know in the comments if this is something that you'd like to see more often, or if you prefer my other more structured videos. I really had a good time today, and thank you so much for watching till the end. Have a great day. Hope to see you again soon.